Okay, hand wraps 101. So first thing with the hand wrap, you notice how it's rolled up tightly. This is gonna make it a lot easier to wrap your hands so that the material is flat and it's not all folded up. It's also gonna be easier to keep it nice and tight as you're wrapping your hand. So roll it up from the Velcro so that the thumb thing is on this side here. Now when I start, it's important that I start on the top of my hand. I don't wanna start underneath my hand. I start on top of my wrist. That's gonna get the wrap going in the right direction. I'm gonna do 3 times around the wrist. And then while I'm down here, I'm just gonna hook around the thumb, all the way around the thumb, and then around the wrist. So that's the bottom half of the wrap, we're done. So now I'm gonna cover the knuckles 3 times and go back around the wrist, okay? That's the second part. I wanna create, this is where if you have padding, you could layer gauze. You could also put, sometimes people put gel wraps there if your knuckles are sore. And the reason you put it on top here is because now as I go through the fingers, it would lock it down. So I'm gonna go over the top of the padding, starting at the pinky, through, and then around the index finger, and I'm gonna go all the way around the wrist, and that makes an X. And this is kind of gonna be the main part of the support of the wrap. This is gonna support my wrist. I go through the next part, and I go around. Okay, the mistake people make is they go through and they go around the thumb this way. I wanna go back around, that makes the X. Now the last one, I'm gonna go over the top of all this, so this doesn't come undone. I'm gonna go over the top, make the final X, and then whatever I have left, I'm gonna finish around the wrist. Now you want a wrap that has some elastic, and you see how I pull that all apart? This is gonna allow me to make a fist easier, and it's gonna keep all the structure on top of my wrist. So that's important. And you want a wrap that has enough elastic where it has some stretch to it. So some of them are like cotton, and they're really difficult to wrap your hands tightly. So don't buy anything on Amazon that's just like 100% cotton. You want a little bit of elastic, and you want 180-inch wrap. You don't want like a short wrap, like 120. That's not gonna be enough to get a proper wrap.